Hey, what up, YouTubers, Facebookers, party people all around the world? This is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair and Clay Motion here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and this is the Clay Way. If this video is helpful, please consider subscribing, clicking the notification, sharing my videos, giving me them big old thumbs up, sending me them nice comments. And if you got a question for me, hit me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook. I'll be happy to try to answer that. When you find the part of the video you're looking for, just turn the volume down and let my video play on through, please, at the very least. And watch out for them C-rolls down at the bottom. That's where I give you useless facts while I show you the facts of working on your car. Today we're working on a 2010 Nissan Rogue. If you can look at this tire, and I don't know if you guys can tell that, but she's a little bit cocky. She's cocked in this way, like this. We look over at this one. This one's straight. So we've definitely got something going on right there. So we're going to put on a new lower control arm on this thing. This is Duralast from AutoZone. Yeah, AutoZone. Anyways, that's what the customer brung, so that's what we're going to put on. First thing we're going to do is we're going to jack up the automobile, and I'm going to show you right where to jack this thing at, and we're going to support it. Now this is below the passenger side door because we're working on the passenger side control arm. And if we look right here, we can see where this metal is thicker, and that is called a pinch weld. And this is where you're intended to jack the vehicle up at. You can always go underneath, and when you can find a hard substructure like this, you could use that as well. Before we jack the vehicle up all the way, we're going to take the lug nuts loose. Okay, for you folks at home that don't have any heat, we're going to spray this with some penetrant. These two are going to need penetrant, but we do that from underneath, right inside the body there. And right down here at the ball joint. We'll spray that with a little bit of penetrant. We have an 18 millimeter here. The bottom bolt is also 18 millimeter. The ball joint down inside here is 18 millimeter both sides. And then the two bolts that hold on the back portion of the control arm are 21 millimeter. The bolts at the rear of the control arm where it affixes to the subframe should hold themselves when we loosen up the 21 millimeter bolts that are in the front. Using a wrench and our impact, we're going to take out the rear bolt. Jacking our control arm effectively moves the stabilizer link pin out of our way so we can get to our 21 millimeter bolt back there with an extension and a ratchet. I don't know if it's worth noting, but I do have the wheel turned all the way counterclockwise. Now we can remove our jack and then remove our final 21 millimeter bolt. Now I'm going to take my nut for my ball joint and put it back on here, and I'm going to give my bolt a couple taps, hopefully. I would imagine, because this vehicle was in an accident, that this bolt is bent, is going to be my guess, because it shouldn't be that difficult to get it out. So with the socket and extension, I'm going to try to turn the bolt again. Now I'm going to take my big old ratchet and try turning it. Maybe that'll help.
I got it to move. It's not very easy, but move.
Now hopefully we can knock it out of there, because the new Dura junk, last, doesn't come with the new bolt like most manufacturers do. That's all she needed, was a little bit of spinning. Now I think we need to get up in there and separate the two halves so the ball joint falls out a little bit easier. Could probably do that with a screwdriver and a hammer at home. Here at the shop though, I'm probably gonna do it with the air hammer. That's loud and annoying and obnoxious, and it don't want to come out still. Bam! The dishes are done, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and put in one of my 21mm bolts here in my front hole, just so I have something securing it from moving around. Now when we got that remotely where we want it to be, we're gonna go ahead and put in our other 21mm bolt. It is still out of the socket down here at the ball joint. Okay, with our ball in the socket, our two bolts started right there, we're gonna start trying to install our ball joint inside the holder, and we may need to give this a little hammer persuasion to get it up in there. You do want to make sure that your ball joint is somewhat square, so you may need to reach down and push it with your fingers, and then push the hub assembly, spindle assembly, to the ball joint.
Success. Now we can run
Our bolt back into our ball joint, and then I've got my jack in a different location, and I can reach my finger up underneath there and feel that my hole is fairly square. So I'm going to try to put the bolt up in there even though I know the two holes aren't lined up. To get my back bolt in, I take a 3/8 with a shallow socket. I stick my bolt up in there because I've got the hole lined up. I put my socket and my extension on the bolt down on the bottom. Then I turn it. Then when the hole lines up, with that up in there, I can move my hand up a little bit and take my hammer and tap my bolt through, and I'm able to let loose of my bolt because it's pinched between the bushing and the hole. Now we just gotta install the nuts. The castle nut goes on the ball joint, and our other nut that looks the same goes on the top of the bolt. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna jack up our control arm with our bolts started and tighten up our back 21mm bolt. Just like when we removed it, when it's jacked up enough, we'll have easy access to the 21mm bolt. Okay, so now if your ball joint was supplied with the greaser, this would be the time to install that. Go back through, double check all your work, make sure you have your 18mm bolts tightened down there, your 21mm bolts tightened up right there, and your ball joint 18mm bolts and nut tightened up down here. And it looks like it's sitting in the proper position, just like mine, and everything is tight. Hopefully you guys found the video helpful. I'm sure it wasn't very entertaining, but you probably enjoyed the C-roll down at the bottom. Please consider subscribing, clicking the notification, sharing my videos, giving me them big old thumbs up, sending me them nice comments. If you got a question for me, they're always free on Clay's AC and Auto Repair Messenger on the Facebook. God bless. Remember, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too.